As you know, it's impossible to show you all 260,000 lines of code with a TikTok, so I'll just be doing a demonstration of why my app is so much code. So my app is separated into three main components. We have the server, the front-end client, and what I call the app. The server and client are pretty self-explanatory. They're implemented using TypeScript, and the client is in React. And the app is implemented using Rust. This contains all of the genetic optimization, backtesting, and live trading features. And then within my servers, I actually have this separated as well into two main things. We have my app and my workers. The app is the actual server that receives requests from the client. And then the workers are different worker jobs that I have. For example, I have a worker job to downgrade people who didn't pay me for their subscription. I have a worker to process dividends. I have a worker that processes dividends. I have a worker that will hydrate her earnings data every day. I have this worker to split stock. I have all these different workers that do things that need to be run at some cadence. And then the workers all have very similar code within them, where we have this run one function, and we have this run function and should run function. Other than that, the main app is implemented using standard MVC design patterns, where I have the routers. The routers connect to a controller, and then the controllers have different models, and they can also interact with other controllers. Let's take a look at my deep dive page, also called deep research. I should honestly really change this to deep dive, but that's technically what it's called in the app. I have my controllers, which receive requests for my front end. So for example, on this page, I can generate a report. I can type in my stock, like Tesla. I can click it. I can maybe view more about it, see its fundamentals, see its market cap, look at other things like its revenue. And then also I can click deep dive, and the deep dive allows me to perform an analysis on Tesla using its earnings data, its price movement, and also it fetches the latest news about the stock. I can view my deep dives that I performed earlier. I can download the PDF so I can share this to my friend. I can delete it. And of course, I can generate another deep dive. And these functions connect to the front end for this feature. And then within the controllers, I also have models which control everything. So I have this deep research report model. For example, I'm using MongoDB as my database. I have proper enums and interfaces. And my class, which implements all the functions like expiring a report, finding reports, just these different functions. Finally, I have the app, which again controls all the backtesting, live trading, and genetic optimization logic, and it's implemented entirely in Rust, even though I really am far from being a Rust expert. But I can, for example, go here, I can create a trading strategy or find other people's trading strategies. This strategy, I just asked the AI to create it, but in reality, you can create your own strategy. For example, you can say, create a strategy that buys $1,000 of Apple every 2 weeks. And what's up? Want to talk about it? Sure. Thanks. And the AI will take your requests, and it's going to create a trading strategy. But here's a strategy I already created. I can backtest it, and all that backtesting logic and live trading and deployment logic is implemented in Rust.